Hello my dear children, we'll continue with the comparative study of mutual electromagnetic induction and self-electromagnetic induction we started in the last class. So before we proceed ahead with our discussion, let's recapitulate what we did in the last class. We studied mutual electromagnetic induction as development of electric potential difference across secondary coil when current passing through the primary coil is changed. And what was self-electromagnetic induction? In self-electromagnetic induction, we have just a single coil. And when the current passing through the coil changes, an induced EMF is produced across the same coil. The phenomenon is called as self-electromagnetic induction. Well, every electromagnetic induction is because of change of flux. So here there is change of flux passing through secondary coil, and here there is change of flux passing through the same coil. Well, both these primary and secondary coils are analogous to solenoid, current carrying solenoids, and magnetic field due to solenoid is what? Mu naught N upon L times I. This is linear turn density. And this magnetic field is directly proportional to magnetic flux. So as we vary the current passing through the primary coil, the magnetic field produced by the primary coil varies. And once the magnetic field passing through the primary coil varies, what happens? The flux passing through the secondary coil varies, as all the flux of primary coil are linked with the secondary coil. Both the coils are symbolically shown, kept very close to each other, but they are in practicality jumbled into each other. One lies over another, they occupy the same space. Well, here also the region is same. As we vary the current passing through the coil, its magnetic field varies, its magnetic flux varies. So when flux produced by the coil varies, it will first of all, its variation would first of all be linked through the same coil. As the result, across the same coil there is an electric potential difference. The phenomenon of course is self-electromagnetic inductions. Now, phi is the flux passing through one turn of the secondary coil, and there are N2 number of turns. Therefore, net flux is going to be what? N2 phi. And this net flux is directly proportional to current. Flux is directly proportional to current. So, net flux passing through secondary coil is directly proportional to current. If we remove sign of proportionality, we get a constant. That constant is called as M. M is mutual inductance of the coil or coefficient of mutual induction. And using this relation, we define the value of M also. If I is equal to 1, M is going to be equal to 5. This simply means mutual inductance of coils is defined as the flux passing through the secondary coil when there is unit current passing through the primary coil. So you just need to write this mathematical statement in words and you have the definition of M. Exactly in the same way here also, phi happens to be the flux passing through one turn of the coil. And if n number of turns are there, therefore total flux is going to be what? N phi. And this total flux passing through the coil at any instant is directly proportional to the current passing through the coil at that instant. Phi is proportional to I. If we remove sign of proportionality, we get a constant, and this constant is called as self-inductance of the coil or coefficient of self-induction. And it is also defined exactly the same way. See, L is equal to phi when I is equal to 1 ampere. If we write this in words, we have definition of L. Well, total flux linked through the coil is same as the self-inductance of the coil when there is 1 ampere current passing through the coil. Both these formulas are identical, and there are numerical based on this formula. Out of 3 quantities, 2 are given and third one is asked. Out of 3 quantities, 2 are given and the third one is asked. So this is all we have already studied. Now we are going to proceed ahead with our discussion of the comparative study. Children, we know that induced EMF across coil is minus times d phi by dt. Induced EMF is directly proportional to rate of change of flux, and this negative sign is because of Lenz's law. This is law of electromagnetic induction. And we have just studied that total flux passing through secondary coil is M times I. And if we substitute the value of M here, Mi here, what do we get? Minus d by dt of mi. Since m is a constant, it comes out of this sign of differentiation, and we are left with differentiation of I with respect to time. This quantity in the bracket is called as rate of change of current. So this is again very important relation. There are numerical based on this particular formula, and also using this formula we can define m. There is another definition of m coming up before you using this relation. Well, what is the definition? See, the value of induced EMF is equal to m. When we write down the magnitude of ES, this negative sign is eliminated. So value of induced EMF across secondary coil is equal to m mutual inductance of the coil when current passing through the primary coil changes at the rate of 1 ampere per second. I hope it is clear to everyone. And if you are able to write this in words, you have the definition of M, one more definition of M. So what is M? M is defined as the value of self-induced EMF when current passing through the primary coil changes at the rate of 1 ampere per second. Very simple definition. All of you can write down. Exactly the same way we have workout for self-electromagnetic induction. As usual, induced EMF is equal to minus tan d phi by dt. This is nothing but laws of electromagnetic induction. Phi t is equal to total flux passing through the coil is L times I, and if you substitute this value here, well, this L being constant moves out to the sign of differentiation, and whatever we left within the bracket is di by dt. Di by dt is rate of change of current. So using this relation again we can work out the formula for, we can again define L. So what is this? Value of self-induced EMF in the coil is equal to self-inductance of the coil when current passing through the coil changes at the rate of 1 ampere per second. Or self-inductance of the coil is defined as induced EMF in the coil when current passing through the coil changes at the rate of 1 ampere per second. See, both the workouts are identical, even definitions are identical. Let's now work out the formula for M. Children, we know the flux, magnetic flux passing through one turn of the secondary coil. Magnetic flux passing through one turn of secondary coil is what? Magnetic field into cross-sectional area of the secondary coil. Flux passing through N2 turns. If N2 happens to be the number of turns, then total flux passing through all the turns of secondary coil is going to be N2 times phi. What is this phi? This phi is nothing but B1 into A. So total flux is N2 B1A. Remember, B1 is magnetic field due to primary coil, and this B1 is mu naught N1 upon L into I1, and if we substitute this value here, we get the flux as N2, value of B1 is mu naught N1 by L I1 into A. Length of both primary and secondary coil is same, so no need writing L1 for. So total flux through secondary coil is N2 mu naught N1 L I1 into A, and we know that this phi is nothing but Mi. So if we substitute this Mi here, what do we get? Mi1 is equal to N2 mu N1 by L I1 into A. You can see that I1 cancels out. So what are we left with? We are left with M. M is equal to mu naught N1 N2 A by L. This is formula for M. This derivation is rarely asked, but this formula is very important. This relation should flash in your mind, because there are certain short-term questions asked, like if number of turns in primary and secondary coil both are doubled, what is the effect over M? The answer would be what? 4 times. If this is double, this is double, there is a factor 2 here, there is factor 2, value of M is double. If number of turns in primary is double and in secondary it is half, what is the effect over M? No effect. The other factors are cross-sectional area and length of primary and secondary coil, which is same. Exactly in the same way as we have reduced M, we can also reduce L. What is phi? Phi is the flux passing through one turn of the coil, which is BA. What is flux passing through all turns of the coil? If there are N turns, then the total flux would be what? N times total flux would be what? Total flux would be N times the flux passing through one turn. So if we substitute the value of phi here, we get total flux NBA. B is the magnetic field due to coil, which is mu naught N by L into I. So total flux becomes this, and we know that this total flux is equal to L times I. If we write Li here, what do we get? I cancels out. What do we get L as? Mu naught N into N is N square A by L. This is the formula for L. So both the formulas are derived exactly in the same way. Here we have N1, N2, A by L, and here we have N square. Here we have, in mutual electromagnetic induction, we have two coils, both have turns N1 and N2, but here we have just a single coil. That's the difference. Remember, this mutual electromagnetic induction is the working principle of transformers, whereas self-electromagnetic induction is associated with each and every device connected across an alternating source. We all have alternating sources in our homes, and every device works with AC. So every device is associated with self-electromagnetic induction. Now let us see unit for L or M. We have already studied that unit of L or M is Henry. It is SI unit. But this SI unit can be written in various other forms using different relations. Like unit number 2. Where do we get this unit number 2 from? This unit number 2 is obtained from this relation. What is unit for M? Unit of flux upon current. Unit of flux is Weber, current is what? Ampere. So Weber per ampere is the unit number 2. This flux passing through, flux, the unit of flux of course is Weber, but that Weber can also be written as unit of magnetic field into area. Magnetic field unit is what? Tesla, and area unit is meter square. So for Weber we can write down Tesla meter square, and if we write for Weber Tesla meter square, we get the value of the unit is written as Tesla meter square per ampere. This is third unit, third form of the same unit, that is Henry. We can use this relation also to write down the unit for M or L. So what is unit of L from here? Unit of L from here is going to be unit of induced EMF, that is volt, into unit of time, that is second, upon unit of current, which is ampere. So volt second per ampere is the unit of volt into second per ampere is the unit of L, and of course L also, M also. Well, volt per ampere, that is voltage upon current, is what? Resistance. The volt per ampere is ohm. So this is fifth unit. So there are various other ways we can write down the unit of L or M. SI unit is Henry. These are also SI unit and other form of SI unit. So children, we have come to the end of our class today. I hope the comparative study is clear to all of you. We'll have another lecture in which I will deliberate the whole comparative study all together in a single go, and that is going to be the 10th lecture. So this is all from my side. God bless you all.